about how to manage your resources, your finances, and to be able to invest them in such a way that it can multiply. And if you don't do that, no matter how much legs and hands are laid on you, an anointing oil jar is emptied on you, you still remain very, very poor. So it's important to know that grace is there, but you will activate the grace of God in your life through works. It says, let your light so shine that they may glorify your Father in heaven. So if you light up a candle and you put it under the bushel and say the grace will suffice, that's not how it works. So there's that place of what you need to do, or the steps you need to take, so that the grace of God can then come upon it. It says, I will bless the works of your hand. There's a work already in your hand, then God will bless it. But if there's nothing in your hand, there's
nothing to bless.
Exactly. 0 plus 0 equals to 0.
There's no magic.
There's no magic here. God is not a magician.
Interesting. Reminds me of my high school. I used to study like on 4 or 5 bank slips every term. And most days, my mom used to hold me by the hand and we'll go to the HM's office to plead for a grace period. So please allow my son to study for this week as I look for money. Now, when you're mentioning that there is grace, you're given.
I have.
Who?
I do have.
Who?
No, I do
Just
have.
whisper to me.
I do have. On a serious note.
Uncle K.
Uncle K. Uncle K.
Mr.
Uncle K is a consultant.
Mr. P.
Uncle K is a consultant.
So I agree with you. I agree with you. Everybody needs to have an investment or financial coach. And what that person does is basically to guide you on how to properly invest your investment, your money. Right? So what is the difference between an asset and a liability? I'll give you an example. Most people don't know that the house you buy for yourself is not an asset, it's a liability. Most people don't know that the car that you buy, except you use it for Uber, is a liability. So sometimes you don't see
a car these days is a necessity.
You are shaking serious tables here. I'm
not saying you shouldn't buy a car. I'm not saying you shouldn't buy a house. I'm saying
if you're buying it for yourself,
yes,
then it is a liability
for yourself, because you have to now spend money on maintenance. And that's why we say you need to read books on finance and investment, because it is what brings money to you that is an asset. What takes money away from you is a liability. Even though economics, if you are studying the layman economics, they will tell you that a car is an asset, a house is an asset. But in our world of financial intelligence, we say that it is the house you build and you rent out that is an asset, because your tenant is working for you. Even while you are sleeping,
it's bringing
in money for you. So a lot of smart entrepreneurs, and this is where we miss it, are wondering, where do I get capital for my business? Meanwhile, you have house that you built that is even too big, 6 bedroom, 5 bedroom, and you built it, is there. That house can be converted to source of generating cash flow. The richest man in the world today is Elon Musk. He lives in a rented house. But the same guy owns Gigafactory that is worth billions of dollars. Why? Because Gigafactory is generating income. It's producing Tesla cars, and more money is coming in. But he knows that the type of house is someone like an Elon Musk can live in. For him to build such, it will probably cost him almost $1 billion. And that's money that is tying down that he can use to put in another business.
And multiply it.
And multiply it to bring more money. So that's the mindset, part of the mindset that needs to come. But this is where you then need a financial investment coach who is able to advise you appropriately, some of the opportunities and how to prioritize them. What you do is to guide you to get
you want to bring them down.
Pay them.
You should pay them.
You should pay them.
Take them out for
consultancy.
I have a new business I'm starting. It's an education business. And one of my very good friends, we've been friends for a long time, he started his own education business and had grown the business, in fact, the valuation was worth $100 million. And he's exiting the business. And I said to him, come teach me. And I remember he said, I'm adding, this is the amount to sell the whole thing to you, but I need you to pay extra amount for me to coach you for all the secrets in the business. And I said, I'm paying.
You need to pay me.
Wake up.
of the wake-up call. I hope you're enjoying the ride. In studio, we have a financial guru. He's the Africa's sought financial coach. We've given him a name here. He's known as Dr. aka Opio in Uganda. And so far, so good. And one of the things might going to very categorically be specific.